Hello all. How many of you know what MBA stands for? MBA. Louder, louder. Louder. Okay, great. Can you take a wild guess what MBE could stand for? The hint I'm going to give, it's not an education that's taught in most of the institutions out there. And want you guys to be louder. Sorry? Okay, I want to proudly say I completed my graduation in MBE and I want each one of you also to complete what I completed because these are the fragmented layers of my life. As you guys keep guessing, I'll share my journey to fragments of my life. During the darkest phase of my life, I manifested for two things. One was TEDx platform and one was winning an Oscar. I am living one of my manifestations right now. And for me, manifestations was not to write, repeat or imagine consistently, but to actually be real to that emotion. That time wasn't right, but today is definitely a big day for me. Hi, I am Kalpika. Koncham Tamil Telugu, thanks to my mom's Mysore India roots, and Malla Marathi Neye, thanks to my dad's Maharashtrian roots. As I look back into my journey, I strive to find this bridge called ambivert. From being an extreme introvert in my childhood to being an extreme extrovert due to my profession. I name extreme here because I literally mean from hiding behind my mom's palus to not wanting to talk to people, to be fearful about things, and to make assumptions about people, what people are thinking about me. And if anyone would say something, I would get triggered and get angry very easily. And all these emotions expanded over a period of time. Okay, how many of you have this tu meme with your mom on a daily basis? Yeah, okay. I think I had it right before I got into her womb itself. Because at her age of 12, 13, she got introduced with this rare autoimmune skin disease called vitiligo, and she accepted herself as the most worst looking woman and could never fit into the regular society norms. And she moved on suppressing her emotions. At her age 32, my dad came as an angel and accepted her for the way she was. Despite her condition, their bond formed. But the concern of overpassing this condition to her children was so real and understandable, especially from someone who went through this whole stigma firsthand. And here I am, a beautiful creation of Indumati and Ganesh, and also a living proof to say that love and acceptance can rewrite the pain into something powerful. Less that she knew that she was being overcautious and protective about us, and she would be fearful and scared if anything happened to us, which every mother does, because she didn't want us to face the rejection from the society. I call my life as the best fragmented version as it could be because it flowed in the perfect river. Family, a strength and place where we all are nurtured. As every parent does, my parents made sure in the best possible capacity, gave the best education to both of us and made sure we also have the freedom to select what we were inclined for. Passed my SSC and got 82%, then did my MPC and I got 60%, and I realized I'm not a great fan of physics or chemistry. And then I was looking for other options, what would fit the bill. Then I got to know statistics was a cakewalk because we just had to remember the formulas. So I jumped into it and did my BSc Maths, Stats and Computers, and I got a decent 72%. And also I topped in my statistics in my third year, and that grew my inclination towards pursuing my PG in stats, and only from HCU. So I gave my entrance. There were 3,000 people who appeared, and there were only 18 seats available. And I got 21st position. So it was a miss. Meanwhile, I gave my entrance for MBA and MCA, got a decent rank. And randomly, I got a call from HCU again saying one person has dropped out, so they are calling the next eligible candidates. So I jumped and went. And then I realized the 19th ranker didn't show up. 20th ranker came just 5 minutes before the time allotted, and it was again a miss. But I never gave up. I also was striving to make myself understand that I belong to something very creative, but don't know where. Meanwhile, my journey towards dance never stopped. I always represented my school, college, and also kept auditioning at different levels and won at different events as well. And here is where the software and multimedia was born. So I tried multimedia, then realized sitting in front of computer was not aligning with me. Then software, I got selected, but less that I knew I was selected because I was tall, fair, and good looking. In my class 5th, 6th, we were asked to make a round circle in the picnic, and randomly people were called, and songs were played, and we were asked to dance. So when it was my turn, the song that they played was Ruk 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 Kare Baba Ruk of Tabu. And from then, Mera dance journey Kabhi Nahi Ruka. As I mentioned, I was introvert. This different dance, when I used to dance, this different version inside me used to ease me out. And in my class 7, I got introduced to spectacles. And I was bullied big time. Because I was the first one to get it. And I told my parents, they understood, got me shifted to another school. And there, I was made to dance like a boy because I was tall. So anyway, as the days passed by, all these suppressed emotions were getting so deeper that it got me introduced to allergies, thyroid, eyesight issues, and asthma, and it was just getting deeper. But these are the emotions which were suppressed. I think it was part of my DNA because I feel I inherited certain qualities from my mother. Yeah. And this is where my first break happened after my software backup. Yeah. I got selected for a dance audition in a very prestigious platform called Boogie Woogie. And not because of my dancing skills, but I got selected for my first film, for Prayanam, because I suited the character. And I'm going to name this as a destiny call because I was a complete layman and I never dreamt for acting because it needed real guts. And thanks to my team, Prayanam, who made me really comfortable, and the kid inside me again jumped. And when I saw myself in 70 mm, that's when my journey towards fitness began. Also, as I started as a character artist, it didn't strike me to strive for more, so I was continuing to do the roles that I was getting, and it was not satisfying me as Prayanam did. So I was wanting to get back to software, also keeping in mind the uncertainty of the profession. I never gave up. Then I was very clear, and I had my intuitions very clear that I wanted to continue this. Then, thanks to Sitama Vakila Srimali Chetu, which made me introduced to a larger audience and made me feel like a girl in and from your family. And I'm very sure my journey would resonate to at least one person from your family. As after Sitama Vakila Srimali Chetu, is when I decided I want to pursue acting as a serious profession. And post the rebirth of my career path is when I started getting roles on a serious note, and I started taking it more seriously. And then I also realized I was looking for something more that can satisfy the actor inside me. So I started telling no to people for all the opportunities that were knocking my door, because I wanted to do something that could resonate with my beliefs. Due to the strong intuition of mine, I kept also encouraging a lot of new filmmakers and made sure they were also given the equal chance. But many of my films didn't even see a proper light. And I strived hard. I again didn't give up. And after that, my journey towards short films started, and that's where my interest towards short films and filmmaking was more enjoyable. And after that is when I got introduced to the realistic films called Sita on the Road and the web series Loser. And that introduced me to the inside vulnerable person that I was hiding. Yes, there is this beautiful dialogue that my character Anu speaks from Sita on the Road that says, "Ninnu roju addamlo chusukuntavu kada, అది నువ్వు కాదు, నిజంగా నేను చూసుకో. I spoke it from heart, but I could not replicate it in my real life because the whole weight and journey was huge. The whole weight and journey was definitely huge, and it turned to a lot of disappointments, self-doubt, comparisons, and out of the blue, I was also offered a lead as in Tamil and a Hindi film, and these were the secret wishes of my mom and me because she was a Tamilian and I was very well versed in Hindi. And this is where I realized, okay, now my journey is going to begin with what all I was looking for. And I can finally answer 15 years of the support from my family, some friends, and my brother. And that's where the climax twist came. My mental health and my physical body just gave up. Yes, I got paralyzed with my right leg 80%. And I also underwent a spine surgery 2 years back. And when people started getting to know why spine surgery, the first question they asked was, did you have an accident or a bad fall? Lack of awareness that the accident and the bad fall happened in my heart and mind due to a lot of emotions that were not processed. I also was a target of a mental condition called partial bipolar condition, which stood with me for like 4 to 6 months, and I lost everything that I earned for 15 years, right from family, friendships, colleagues, and the added bonus was social media, which came as a big eruption and made me fall as a prey for a lot of complications post that episode. And all these took me back to my childhood as an introvert, and I closed myself in a shell again, and I didn't want to face the outer world. With a lot of support of medical help and the people who stood by me, the entire family, right from trying to do a lot of therapies, to meditation, to breathing, to getting back to nature, to reading the books, to listening to progressive podcasts, and finally opening up and coming out and speaking to real people made the whole shift. The whole breaking of the pattern was very huge and real for me. But what made the whole difference for me was being conscious, being in the present, breathing consciously, and gratitude towards everything. There is a saying that as long as your body is fit, you'll have thousands of problems. But the moment your body is sick, you'll have only one problem. So even before all of you pursue with your life, career, and relationships, it's very important to understand how important it is to concentrate on ourselves. So please take care, respect, love, and care your body and your mind so much that to understand how beautiful this is to have. As you guys are pursuing your graduation and engineering and getting to the outer world, the alignment of these fragments of my life, I'm sure, will resonate to you. Chase your dreams and goals, but don't run behind them. Because your patience and determination will definitely lead you to the right path. Age doesn't matter, but being in balance with yourself matters at every age. Fortunately, I was not inclined towards materialistic things like money, fame, travel, everything. In spite of my profession or the career path I chose or the social media or the trends that's following up. So I urge every one of you to make the best use of the technology and the invention that we have. Be educated, not influenced. So coming back to MBE. Can you guys make a wild guess now what MBE could be? No? Not even one word? Okay. So it's mind, body, and emotions. As you're graduating now, make sure when you're ready for the outside world, the alignment of your mind, body, and emotions is going to get a great foundation for your inner world. So once you balance both of this world, you will be ready to face the whole world and roar like a lion. And I want every one of you to choose this path ASAP because this is the fragments of everyone's life. As you guys are hearing of the distorted pieces of my life, I, as an artist, would want to capture this perfect frame with my spectacles on. Thank you.